Okay guys, we're going to talk about long division today in the first part of section 3.2. When you're dividing polynomials, you're going to have p of x equals d of x, which is called the divisor, q of x, which is called the quotient, and r of x is called the remainder. And when you multiply it all back together, if you take the divisor and multiply it by the quotient, you get the original polynomial plus a little extra left over for the remainder. So, for an example, we're going to go back to elementary school and think about what it was like when we had just a little number outside of a number divided by a number. This is one of the representations of doing a little division symbol. We can also write it like a fraction of 1751 getting divided by 2. And we can also set it up with a division bar problem. So put the 1751 under the shelter, and the 2 is on the outside. So the first step you do is look for the divisor on the outside going into the dividend. It doesn't fit into 1, so you look further. Does it fit into 17? And at that point, divide. 17 divided by 2, get the biggest number that can go in is 8. The next step is to multiply your quotient by the divisor. 8 times 2 is 16. And then you subtract. At that point, you're just going to bring down the next number and repeat the process till you get to the end of the line. So 15 divided by 2 is 7. 7 times 2 is 14. Subtract, and there's 1 left over. Bring down the next number. This is the last number to bring down, so it's the last step. And so 2 into 11 goes 5 times. 2 times 5 is 10. Subtract, and you have a remainder of 1. Now, in elementary school, you put a little R1. We don't do that anymore. You put 1 as the remainder over 2, the divisor, and you have a fractional piece left over. Okay, we're going to relate that to polynomials. So if we're looking at the polynomial here of 2x minus 3 is doing the dividing. It's the divisor on the outside of the division bar. And all of the dividend goes underneath the division bar. So 4x to the 4th plus 2x cubed. There are no squared terms, so you need to have a place value. Put in 0 of them. Minus 8x plus 3. So when you go through your division, just like you started as 2, didn't think about into 1751, you just thought into the first value until it fit. So we're just going to look at the first terms of each of these polynomials. So we're thinking 4x to the 4th divided by 2x is 2x cubed. Put it above the like term. So we're lining it up with the cubes. The second step over here was to do 8 times 2 is positive 16. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to multiply our answer by the divisor. We're going to multiply it by everything out here. So 2x cubed times 2x is 4x to the 4th. And 2x cubed times negative 3 is negative 6x cubed. After you got your 16 over here, your next step was to subtract. We're going to do the same thing with the polynomials and subtract what you got on the second line there. But in order to subtract, you're going to change the signs. So now, when you do the subtraction, the first terms will disappear. That's what you want. And you add up 2 plus 6 is 8x cubed. So after you subtract over here and got the 1, the next step was to bring down the next number and repeat the process till the end of the line. We're going to do the same thing here. We're going to bring down the 0x squared and repeat the process. So 8x cubed divided by 2x is 4x squared, lined up with the squares. We're going to multiply. 4x squared times 2x is 8x cubed. And 4x squared times the negative 3 is negative 12x squared. Doing the next step is to subtract. So you're going to subtract both of these terms again by change the signs. The first terms are gone. It's always what you want. And the next term is 12x squared. Bring down the minus 8x and repeat the process. 12x squared divided by 2x goes in 6x times. So 6x times 2x is 12x squared. 6x times negative 3 is negative 18x. You're going to change the sign so you can subtract. And you're going to have the first terms cancel. And negative 8x plus 18x is 10x. Bring down the last term, so this is the last step, and repeat the process. 10x divided by 2x is 5. 5 multiplied by the whole entire divisor is 10x minus 15. We're going to change the sign so you can subtract. And then 10x minus 10x is gone. 3 plus 15 is 18. Remember that 1 over here is a remainder. We put it up above our divisor as a fractional piece on the end. So this 18 is going to go above our divisor of 2x minus 3. And this is a polynomial, so all these terms are added and subtracted. So the same thing is going to add on the fractional piece at the end. And that's it.